Why, hello again. Another video. This is Back to Basics Part 5. This is to do with putting non-Hornby Locos into Railmaster. Now, one thing is a little bit of background. I was a signal, telegraph and locking lineman on the railway. Went through all my apprentices. I originally was around the Manchester area, then Buxton, and I ended up on the Tele Valley line. I was a lineman there. I was there 1965-66 time, and from there I went to BT. But one of the things is that people, when they talk about trains, they talk about class 35, class 24, class 29, what it might be. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, because I wasn't interested in the locos. I was interested in doing the signalling and making sure that everybody's safe on the railway. But what I've got, I'm in the Backman Club, and one of the things of being in the Backman Club, you get a catalogue. Now, the catalogue for Backman is brilliant. From the fact is, it goes from class 20s to 30s to 40s to 50s. So while I'm talking to people on the phone, normally I'm actually flicking through this catalogue to figure out what train they're talking about. So as far as I was concerned, on a locomotive is something which is black, could come down the track and kill me. That was all I was interested in. So there's a little bit of background onto my railway knowledge. So I did it for quite a few years. In actual fact, the Tele Valley line is only 6 miles from where I live. I should be most probably visiting that this weekend to take some replicas back I've got to take back to them. And getting back to this. Right. Now, not only can't get the ordinary, like the Backman and the Halogen and Dapple into the system, because it's a Hornby system. Some of the Hornbys aren't even in there. Now, for example, for that, I'll show you what I mean by that. If I go to here and go to here and go to Google, and I just type in, just do this for Hornby Ruston, right? My little Ruston I've got, right? Go down here and go down the bottom, which is for, where are we now? Let's go to that one, this one. Olivia's Trains, go for this one, right. What you've got here is that one, that one, and that one are the 3 locos which are in Railmaster. All these others, so there's about 7 or 8 of these little Rustons which aren't even in the system. And what you've got to do, you've got to copy these in. Now I've got a Royal Scot one, which that isn't even got a picture in the system. So how you do that, so we go back onto here. If you go to this bit here, this is always the long bit of how to do things, I'm afraid. Right. In here, what we do there, we just put in 69. No, we put in, sorry, 98. Let's put in 98. Right, hit this bit here now. Normally what you do is you go to here, and in there now, at the bottom there, you put in, this particular one is R3704, the one that I've got, the little green one. And you find it doesn't exist. Look, blank. Now if I actually do this and put it in as a 5, it comes back as that one, the Jewett. Now what you can do with that, you can put that in there like that. Then all you've got to do then is go to here, go for your program there, go to Railmaster, find Railmaster, which is there. You go to the locos, and right down the bottom here, somewhere, is 3, 7. There it is, look, see there's one, there's the Jewett, another one. So there's the one that I've got. So you click that, you click open, and it puts it in. Now the thing is with this, is with the Hornby system, most of the, if you put them in by code, they have put a regulated maximum speed in. Now if you notice from this, it is saying maximum 10 mile an hour. that train will go round my track at 10 mile an hour. No matter how much you put the slider up, it'll only go at 10 mile an hour. So what you can do with that is, instead of doing it this way around, we can do the fiddle, as I call it. And this is what you've got to do in one sense with the backman and stuff like that. We go back in again. We put it in again as just for 98, just the same, right? When it comes to this bit now, if we actually go to here and find that train again, find where it is. There it is. There's my train there. So there it is, right? Click that. Click that. It's put it in. You just put the name in there, Ruston, and then you put the speeds that you wanted to put it at. But look, the governing speed has been taken out, which is an ideal situation. More so is that train takes about 10 minutes to come around the track. That is 10 mile an hour. So I can actually speed up. Now people say, well, that, you know, I've done this with my shunters. They say, oh, that train's supposed to do 35 mile an hour. I know it's supposed to do 35 mile an hour. I run my locos the way I want to run my locos, and as everybody else tends to. And the thing is, if I want to bring the loco round fast, I will bring it round fast. And what the thing is, though, is here, the cruise speed, I can put that at 35, or say 30, or 35, there you are. I can then put this as 10, or 5, call it 8. And that will then govern it by that one. But the thing is, you can still use a slider and push it all the way around. So that is another way of doing it. Now then, when it comes to the like backman and stuff like that, right. So what we've got there is, if I actually come out of here for a minute and go back into here and go to here, now I'm going to put backman. So we go for that one there, the class 150 there, like that. It'll bring these pictures up like this. Now you don't want those particular pictures, you want similar to this, or this. So we go to this one here, we go to Oliver's Trains as such, and what you do there is actually go to the picture as you want, like say that one there, you click on it like that, which will bring it up like that. You then copy this picture, and you copy. Now what I've got in mine, I've got a memory stick, and all my locos sit in the memory stick, but for this particular one I put them here. So these are locos, they are. So they're the locos there. So we've got backmans in here, you've got them all sitting in here. These are the ones that, there's a little packet in there, there's my little Royal Mail one, which is the halogen one. So I've got all these there. So all I've got to do with that is go to here again. In here we can put it in again as 98. Go to here, and then all I've got to do now is go to my picture file, which is this. I can say go to, say the MPV, that one there, which is that one there, right? You click on it and do this. Now what will actually happen is you'll get this, and it'll say this, my image is a bit too big, resize it. So you click on the click and you get this. This little X thing you see floating around here, all you do is get that and do this. Like this. Like that. Click the green tick and there's your train, and all you've got to do is save it. And there's your train. All you've got to do is then put in MPV, put the speeds and diesels, everything else in there. And so there you get them in. Now then, as you saw this thing flashing here, right, this is a diesel, right, but I've got quite a lot of stuff in there, but you add them in yourself. What it normally happens is you go there, and when you first do it, it comes up with that group. You click on that and then you type in a box here, like that there, what it's going to be like DMU, right? You then press the enter button on your keyboard and it'll say, do you want to save this group? And say yes. And what happens is then you come out of this as normal. Now I'm going to come out of this because I don't want that one. And what I've got up on mine is, if you go up here, there's my all. So that's all my locos here, like this. Now if I now go to EWS, there's no EWSs. But if I go to electric, there's just one, which is my class 87. So I can actually, as you know, when I do my videos, I usually have got a demo, and that, like there. So those are, if I was doing a demo video, the trains that I'm going to be using are going to be sitting in there. That's how they sit. So you can make these up. You don't have to just steam and diesel. You can put what you want in there. Same as I've got one now called Favourites. Now what this one is all my favourite locos, which I normally run, are in there. I don't have to hunt the file out. They're all in there. So another one out of this one is, I've had a question about regards this track plan. Now one of the things is you can do 75, 50. I've asked the Railmaster if this can be altered so we can have a reduction, like you know when we do you squeeze the pictures on a mobile phone, to do it that way, or run a slider down the side, down here, to make it so you can fit the whole of your track plan into this area here. Now another thing is, what I did also have a question on is this lot here. As you see, I've got two rows of lists. If you go to your settings box there, and down here they've got one there, and if you click it, you've got a 0, 1, or so. If I click 0 and do this, what you get is no locos. Of course you can't run the locos because you haven't got them in here. They've got to be in there. So on there is, if you do this and then go back again, I can put it as 1. Sorry, that one there, that's the one. Put it as 1 and do this. I will get one list up like that. But of course I've got that many, so what I've actually got is I actually put them as 2. Now then, what you have to be careful of is doing these groups is whatever you've got in this group, it'll only run those locos. So any other trains will not run. So that is a big problem with it. So you have to remember which panel you're in. More so as if you're using voice. In voice, you need to have it in all, so it picks up everything. Otherwise you wonder why you're shouting at it, the train won't come up on the system. It's because of that and no other reason. So that is another little pointer there which you can use. Now, one of the things which I did recently, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to be running my Lord Nelson and my class 24. Now as I said, when you put this loco in, you put it in as a cruise speed and shunt speed. I normally just put the shunt speed in first. I'll put a high cruise speed, but what I do then is I then run the train and start it off at cruise and then push. Well, normally what I do is, like on this one here, I would actually move the slider up and up and up until the train looks right on the layout. That then becomes the cruise speed. So that's how I do my setting up of those. Now then, my 2 locos which are going to be running today are going to be this one here, the blue, and the Nelson. This one, the blue one, I should be running as a program, which is this one, which is the banger one, and the Nelson I'll just run as normal. Now the Nelson has actually got the coaches on, which I've just redone. I'll just come over here now. Over here I'm in. I'll come down here. Move it there for a minute. Right, what we've got there is the coach lights for the Loco. I can do them as I actually come round as such. But what we'll do is we'll just start the Nelson off. I'll take this off the holder for now, so I can actually work off this better. Right. Now I'm going to bring the train round on foot. And I'll put the lights on. Now what I can do with this now is I just tap this now and bring these up here like this. Now what I'll do, I'll just stop it for now. Now then, this I'm just going to ram straight at cruise. But look, what it is CV3 is set at 40. But look how the train moves. This looks more realistic when it's not going to fly off like a lunatic on the track. I'm just going to stop that now. And turn the sound off. Now what I'm going to do now is this one is going to be
the next train to depart on platform 2
is a programmed one.
12:50, the Red Dragon service to Bangor, calling at Chester, Flint.
So he's got the cab lights on.
Colwyn Bay, landed no junction, and Bangor only. This train is formed of 2.
This of course has got my train announcement system built in with this. But also it's got another little trick, which you'll hear in a second.
Apologise to passengers for the late running of this service and any inconvenience this may have caused. Please mind the gap when boarding this train.
Now the cab lights will go out. Well, it haven't come out, but they should go out by rights. It's just the way it's been programmed, but don't matter. So now that is, you see how it builds up in speed. That is just CV3 doing that. Now listen, ready? You think, hang on, that train is a non-sound one. How's it doing that? What it actually is built in the program is the horn of that one there, the class 31. And that's how I did it. So it makes it, although you can't get the sound unit for this one yet, but that's how it works. So
the next train to arrive on platform 2 terminates here. All change please on platform 2.
That's not going to stop right because it wasn't set in the first place, but anyway. So if you want me at any time, I'm on 01782 302194. My email address is there. Anything to do with Railmaster, any queries, any problems, just give me a call. I'm here every day. It's very rare I'm out of the house. I like messing up here doing programs and stuff. And also is please subscribe. And if you go to my channel, which is Hornby Railmaster Brian Hughes, go to the little icon at the top, you'll see, click on that, and just where the little blue balloon is, just underneath there's a donate button. So if anybody would like to donate anything towards me doing these videos, I'd be most grateful. And I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.